Talking firstly about today, I felt like we played a good game last night. There were a couple things that we could have done a little bit different, but I felt like our guys were in the right frame of mind coming out today. There was just a different vibe in the dugout, and then you just cannot overlook Marcasio's start. First-year freshman going out there, going 6 full innings, just absolutely having his best stuff on the mound, and then our offense being able to stretch and expand, but that just set the tone for the day. And we have so much confidence in Elliott. We have so much confidence in Elliott in Game 3, and he's just been there all year. I personally think he's the SoCon Pitcher of the Year. I hope the votes reflect that this week. And then once we get it to Elliott, once he gets settled in, there's just so much confidence in our dugout. And just the defense in Game 3 was phenomenal. I mean, so many good plays. First play of the game, Jackie Renwick diving that line drive on the line. Matty Brown snaring a line drive, Jackie Renwick diving play there late in the game, and then even the ground ball in the 9th, Matty Brown attacking that. But just played errorless defense the entire day, played at a championship level, and we're able to do exactly what we wanted to do.
Let's talk about the resiliency your group's had all year.
Yeah, you just don't know what kind of team you have. You just don't know what kind of team you have. And at the beginning of the year, our big question as a staff was, what are these young guys going to do? How are they going to react? And I feel like we're the only young team in the country. Everybody else brought all their guys back. Without us having grad school, those guys have to move on. And I feel like we're the only young team in the country. And so you just don't know. And what we learned week after week after week is just how tough they are, how resilient they are, how confident they are. And I can name dozens of examples of an inning here or a game here or at bat here that that's all it is, man. It's just competitiveness, it's toughness, it's resiliency, and for it to come from an inexperienced group, man, I cannot be more proud of them.
Talk about what these seniors mean to you guys.
Yes. I mean, they're the ones that are going to be able to say they won a regular season championship, that's for sure, and could not be more proud of them. Obviously, with guys that are some of our best players, Colin Lawson, and then guys that are some of our best teammates with Michael Wynn and David York and Jake Zoller and Jake Dippold, and there's just so many guys in there that just do it. And then Elliott, just his resiliency. I mean, he comes in hurt, he's got to sit, never makes it back. So many injuries, so many decisions. I just can't tell you how many conversations we had with Elliott in our office about what's our next move, how do we get healthy, and then all of a sudden this fall you just saw it. And that group, they're going to go down as 2021 SoCon champions, and nobody can ever take that away from them.
Can you talk about what this means for this program?
Yeah. I mean, it means so much. It means so much. And I have I told you. I have a very bad habit of just constantly remembering what it was like in 08 and 09 and 2010 when we were trying to get this thing started and trying to get it going in the right direction. And there's just so many milestones along the way. You go back to that first recruiting class with David Roney and Constantine Diamandouros and James Foster and Mac Doyle and all those other guys that are in there that were so valuable. And then you get to 2014 when it finally flips. I mean, I can point to the day, to the night. I mean, it was Friday night against Georgia Southern, against Sam Howard in April in 2014, and that was, you just felt it. You just felt the tidal wave of the program flip, and then you have guys that have extended it. Guys like Hudson Biorik and Mike Brown and, Rasesh Bandia, Reese Maniscalco, Jake Hirschman, all those guys last year that, that 2019 team got us to another level. And then you just, you get through it. And I know I'm missing so many guys, but there's just so many players that just help you get through milestone after milestone after milestone. And then you get to this and you just, you're sitting here and you just don't know what you got. And now it's, Trey Younger and Jack Renwick and Lawson Hill and Colin Davis and Nolan Hester and Elliott Carney and, all these guys and Josh Vitus. I mean, these guys that just push you to another level, and you just don't ever know where it's going to come from. You just don't understand how much work goes in behind the scenes, how much commitment there is. And that leads me to my most important point. I personally think J.J. Edwards is the best hitting coach in this league, if not in the country. I think Seth Cutler-Volz is the best pitching coach in this league, if not in the country. I think we have the best assistant staff, and I think that's legitimately why we're here. I think that I'm so fortunate to have these guys with me, step for step, and I just think about, during COVID and, everybody had excuses to not work, and everybody used it as excuses to not work and not recruit. And those guys are on Zoom calls, and they're talking our approach, and they're talking our culture, and they're talking our core values, and they're just constantly putting it into those guys, and even the first-year guys. And they just are such a relentless group of assistant coaches, and I am so fortunate to have them with me. And it's just, and JJ means the world to me, Seth means the world to me, and then Adam Krupp and Matt this year. But there's so many coaches that have come before these guys that have helped us. You go back to Jason Burke and Josh Schulman and Sam Tinkham and these guys that just helped us get here and helped us flip the program, and JT McGuire and Ryan Price and these guys that just helped get it to this point. And you just don't ever know when it's going to break through, but you just know you're doing it the right way. Our coaches are working the right way, and I am just so proud to do my part. I am so proud to be a small piece of this, and it's a dream come true, man. And now we move forward and we move to the tournament, and we just go into the tournament, full of confidence, full of resiliency, full of toughness. And I know our guys are going to be refocused and ready to play, and I can't wait to coach them next week in Greenville.